Steve.
I did not know that I was interested in growing anything really until I left the country and moved to the city.
The sun asked the moon to go down.
But once I did move back here, I saw how I could fit into vegetable farming, and it suited me.
You can go down first. You can go down first. I know you'll search for it and thirst for it, and I'll hear you cry from the top of your lungs. You can suck me dry, baby, you can suck me.
I often describe myself as an art farmer. I mean, that covers it pretty well if you know me.
This is one of our onions that has overwintered. It's called a red Zeppelin.
But if you don't know me, I was born on a farm, raised on a farm, never thought I'd be farming, but I am farming now. So our livelihood comes from growing organic vegetables, but my love and passions are for making music and painting.
Is it pretty rewarding to cook with what you grow?
That's like why we do it. That's entirely why we do it. It's like we eat like kings. We work like peasants.
I'm still in the place I was born and raised. Only ever missed out on a couple of days. And if it wasn't for my folks and the sweet sun rays, I might have took a look around, picked up and moved away.
When I was growing up, I thought, I'm going to be an artist. I went to a little bit of art school. A professor of mine said, what do you want to be doing in 10 or 15 years? And I was like, oh, I want to be like, I'm going to have my own garden, and I wanted to paint every day and be a painter. And he said, you know, if you want to be a good painter, just paint every day.
You can't ride in my little red wagon. Wheels are rusted and the axle's dragging. Second verse, same as the first.
You know, I thought you had to be immersed in this world of art and artists. But what I was discovering, even just being in school, was that there was a kind of loneliness to being surrounded by all like-minded people all the time. We were all kind of the same age, and everybody has this agreed upon aesthetic and what shows you go to and who's cool and what's cutting edge. Everybody wants to sound like they've got it figured out.
Little bit worse.
I mean, this is the time of year where it's like perfect hunting for asparagus.
I, along with my husband, Mike Jacobs, own and operate Easy Bean Farm, a vegetable CSA out of Milan, Minnesota.
You get sore, you get like, it's like a lot of repetitive stuff, but it's like really intense for, a couple weeks at a time. And then you kind of just feel like a badass because it's hard, and at the end of the day you're just exhausted every day, and then you sleep really good at night, and you're really hungry for every meal tastes delicious because you're so hungry.
We grow produce for lots of other families and commercially, on a really large scale, but even just for myself and my family, there's a really basic satisfaction in growing that much of our own food.
I've many times painted just people working in the vegetable fields because it's pretty. Everybody looks good pulling weeds. Well, everybody also kind of looks kind of miserable, but there's a beauty to that.
I'm really glad that I have struck this balance, because the physical nature of the kind of work that we do is offset by a whole season. The winter, I'm like working in my studio and working on music, and that is, sort of self-contained. And, if that was all that I was trying to do, I'd get tapped out. This is the way that I've been able to find a balance that I don't feel crazy,
How did you get to be an urban legend? With a
for young people growing up in rural places to think that, they want to be an artist, but they're stuck out here. But the fact is, it's absolutely possible to still be pursuing your dream while having to do whatever it is that you have to do to get by.
What was your thesis? What was your thesis? I tore mine to pieces. Got any demons inside?
That duality is actually kind of the norm. That is a very viable way to be an artist and not necessarily have to gauge your success on whether you're, selling well or, well received by a certain audience, but whether you're relevant to your community.